All right, my friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing your daily horoscope for Tuesday, the 26th of January, 2021. We've got the moon moving through the middle degrees in the sign of Cancer. The moon is home in the sign of Cancer, right? Earth's natural satellite, caring, nurturing, always reflecting the sun, right? Always giving us that reflective energy at nighttime. We always surrender ourselves to the moon, right? We surrender our nights. Doesn't matter how much ambitions, goals we have, we eventually surrender to that moon. That moon today, home in Cancer, reminding us to be nurturing, reminding us to be caring, reminding us to be empathetic. Okay? Sometimes we need to feel what's going on with the other person and not internalize their emotions as being our own if we're empathetic, if we can feel the other people. Sometimes it's important for us to understand, Venus being up there in the sign of Capricorn so closely conjunct with Pluto, okay, about understanding our own boundaries of what is ours and what is somebody else's. And sometimes we can feel empathetically other people's energy and be uncomfortable and want to evade a situation where this is saying, hey, take inventory, because there's a lot of changing things happening right now. Take inventory in our emotions, take inventory on what is our feelings and maybe what's the other person's. And if we can be that rock, that the other person needs, maybe we're picking up on their energy and it makes us feel uncomfortable and say, okay, this is not my energy. This is not what I'm feeling. My friend here, my brother, my sister, my partner, whatever, family member, there must be going through something. Let me see if I can be of value, if I can individually be of value to this person, okay? So this is kind of the moon relationship. It's not opposing Venus, but that's going to happen, in the next day and a half here. But some good energy. Now, the meat of the day, we got the sun here, smack dab in between two very big energies, okay? Pluto, or excuse me, Saturn. Well, yeah, Pluto's there too, but we're still feeling Saturn here. Okay, Saturn's wanting to imprint. We talked about this yesterday. Saturn wants to imprint and impress its concept of reality onto this new. Okay, Jupiter. I'm looking at Jupiter here. Uranus here in Taurus wants us to break free. Uranus and Taurus, again, the last time Uranus has been in Taurus was 1934, was in the Great Depression. Okay, it takes 84 years for Uranus to go around to come back and revisit the same areas. Okay, so this is why in the next few years, while we have Uranus and Taurus, to remember, this is that similar energy to the Great Depression. All right, we're not getting out of this anytime soon. Okay, this is a 6-7 year cycle, Uranus being in Taurus, and this deals with instability in finances, instability with money. Okay, now we have Saturn up here in the ruling sign of Aquarius, a ruling sign associated with Uranus in Aquarius. We have the sun, our ego representation of ourselves, Saturn being that malefic planet of authority, Jupiter, the happy-go-lucky king of abundance. Okay, so we have our sun, which is the embodiment of ourselves, our physical being, showing up saying, I need to shake free. I need to shake loose this old concept of life, this old concept of living, and move toward something refreshing, something new. And this isn't for the sake of what's next. You know what I mean? Like sometimes we can get in a cycle of what's nexting, what's next, what's the next adventure, what's the next party, what's the next concert, what's the next, social event, what's the next thing. That's not this energy of what's next. This is what's next in the sense of creation, of creating life, and this next step in humanity, the next step of evolution here on planet Earth. The next step is creating this Aquarian age here and solidifying that and removing falling apart of the old energy to bring in this new, right? So Jupiter's saying more. We need to create an abundance of this new energy, of this wild, of things being uneasy. More technology, more digital streaming. We're teaching more classes like this than we are, welcome to my TED Talk, right? It's kind of funny that, it's like, okay, this is happening here in someone's home and in their computer instead of, on a stage, or we can be having, how many people can we fill in a workshop, like this, opposed to, what can we fill in a yoga class? 20, 30 people in yoga class, you do it digital, you do it online. Now you're reaching a mass amount of people. You record that video and it can be shared later and later. Now you can reach even more people, So Jupiter definitely has this abundance of technology, abundance saying more, and we're all going to be going in this direction, right? So there's a sense of new direction. A new direction. This is unknown territory. Much of life is the same. A carrot is still a carrot, right? An eggplant is still an eggplant. Grain is still grain. Alcohol is still alcohol. Many of the things from, this last Uranus transit in Taurus 84 years ago, things are very similar. Technologically, though, we have advanced tenfold. Maybe 20. The digital advancements from 1934 till now is extraordinary, right? How cool is it? How cool is it? Like, life is kind of crazy cool, right? So anyway, now coming back here to this is the, this cosmic egg energy. Uranus at 6 degrees, the sun exactly at 6 degrees of Aquarius, okay? This cosmic egg. So there is no impression of the old. There is no impression of the past that is fogging up our lens of the future. That is cool, man. There's no interpretation of the past. So this is and usually I don't have the squares pulled up right now. I have all these septiles and quintiles and sextiles pulled up because to me this energy is almost more important right now than seeing the red lines of these squares happening here between Saturn, the Sun, and Uranus. It's the behind-the-scenes stuff that's going on. Uranus, septile, over here to Pluto. Over here to Venus. Pluto, quintile to Uranus. This creative energy, this fate energy, money is changing. What we value is changing. How we look at ourselves. Something like we talk about here. I talk about all the time with Venus being in the sign of Capricorn. This is about your individuality. This is about your reputation. Okay? Who you are. What you love, what you value. What are your boundaries? Okay, you understanding who you are in the sense of personal authority. And it's just like coming back to human existence, like we're the top of the food chain, man. Sometimes when we're like hanging our heads low, I think we forget this. Like we are the top of the food chain. We're the top of, and there's no like stroke of ego here, patting myself on the back when I say this, but like we're the kings of this world. We're the creators. Not only are we the guardians and gardeners of this planet, but we're the creators, and we can manifest and build things with our hands, right? Remember we talked about stress. We can move and mold and bend wood into becoming, a boat and sail the seas. What other living creature on this planet has the abilities that we have? And partially due to, 1, the community, Aquarius, 2, technology, Aquarius energy. Okay, so we can look at like if we were like primates that only understood using sticks or rocks to smash open a coconut or something, a prefrontal lobe kind of mentality, right? And now all of a sudden, it's like, well, this is how our species opens the coconut. We take the rock and we smash it on the coconut, or we take the coconut and smash it on the rock until it opens and now we have fruit. And then here comes human beings with frontal lobes saying, there's a whole new way we can do this. Your way might have worked for you as long as it has, but look, man, I've got a machete, hack it, and now I'm sipping coconut water on the beach, of Jovita. Pura Vita, baby, living life. It's like this is a whole new game. This is a whole new ballpark. And it's just us being open and being receptive to that energy. And with us, with our moon, all of this energy here is very futuristic going on, this stellium happening here in Aquarius, right? Digital, future, the community, all of this, what we're valuing, transforming our government, changing our personal view of authority of ourselves. That's the part of the beauty of that, what we're just talking about here. And it's like we have all of this energy that is, the Capricorn and Aquarius energy can be a bit standoffish when it comes to emotions, and it's just like, well, we have to create this new world. It's like this. What I'm about to say, all of this Capricorn and Aquarius energy and pulling the moon Okay, and the moon is doing a huge amount of work in the sign of Cancer over the next couple of days. Okay, so if you've ever seen the movie The Fountain, it's a really interesting movie by Darren Aronofsky, and the point of this is like, you know, it's like a husband finds out his wife has cancer, and he's a doctor, and he's trying to do anything he can to save his wife, you know, But what he's doing is he's so focused, tunnel vision on his work, that when she's saying, here, babe, let's go for a walk, I can't right now, I'm trying to save you. You know, God, it makes me like all emotional just thinking about that. Like, I have no time to be with you. I have no time to be emotional with you. I have no time to be compassionate with you because I'm so busy focused on the future. You know, I'm so busy focused on saving you that I can't appreciate you right here, right now. You know, it's a really good movie. Hopefully I haven't spoiled too much. It's a really interesting film. Darren Aronofsky's a pretty brilliant writer-director. Anyway, this is kind of that energy. It's just like we're so focused on creating this new, so focused on writing the logistics, so focused on, you know, how we're going to make things. It's like, are we forgetting, you know, the compassionate side of that? You know, it's not just all paperwork and next. And, you know, this moon is allowing us, you know, surrender some of this big business mindset, surrender some of this have to, you know, A, B, C, D, you know, building blocks of this future to remind ourselves that the future is full of compassion. The future is full of people that are connected, right? That's the Aquarian, this new Aquarian age that we need to be. You know, as much as this is fun, I would love to be in a room connected with you all. You know what I mean? The warmth of our bodies, and, you know, and being able to give hugs and things like that. So it's a balance. It's a balance, right? But our emotional moon is pulling us back, as that's the reflection of our sun today, saying, hey, don't forget that no matter how busy we are saving the world, no matter how busy we are retuning our lives, you know, to be able to be there, to be open to the community, to be open to whoever needs, you know, a hug, or to listen, or to communicate, to talk, to love and to express, right? Compassion and empathy. My friends, I love you. I wish you enough. Have yourselves a beautiful day as always. Thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow.